Our Coach's Corner with Coach Adam Fossett, presented by the B.B. Calmer Alumni Association. And of course, that's Mike and Biddy and Tubba and RC and all the folks that make the B.B. Calmer Alumni Association work. And they've been of pivotal importance to the athletic program there.
Yeah, they have. They do a good job helping us out and helping raise funds for us, helping us get donations of different things that we need. And they've been go-getters, especially when I first came here. I was introduced to them and went to some of the dinners that they do, the Coach Overton dinners at the time, and which they've started doing those again.
Yeah.
They're actually going to do that tonight. Coach Overton's not there, but he gave them permission to have those. So big supportive group, a lot of fun. They keep up with us and have really been active for us.
Let's talk about B.B. Calmer in Childersburg last week at Legion Stadium, and I said to myself, at times it's almost painful to watch. It it didn't flow with either team too well.
Yeah, we didn't have much rhythm. I thought we would make big plays and then we wouldn't follow it up, especially, offensively, we just couldn't get into a rhythm, We survived off big plays, put ourselves behind the sticks a couple times, put ourselves in bad situations a couple times, some execution issues, especially up front, which is kind of unexplainable,
I mean, this is a senior group up there.
We try to talk. We try to talk in between series, but a lot of those guys are playing both ways, so there's not a lot of time to make corrections and figure out what's going on. So you really have to do it on the fly. Made some adjustments at halftime, but if you look at the Danville game and you look at the Childersburg game, offensively we've only scored 7 points in the second half of games, and that's usually our identity is, hey, we're going to come out in the second half and put up a lot of points. So that's something we've got to work on and get better at. We've got to get a flow in what we're doing. Defensively, I thought we played better. I thought we played well. Thought Chris Wilson played lights out. I thought our linebacker play in the middle has gotten better, and it's got to get better week in and week out. So losing John Murphy in the middle to get everybody lined up was a big loss. So Noah Wimmer and Adam Odom are having to do that, and I feel like they're getting better at seeing what they've got to see and making calls.
You had your key running back who was injured. Obviously, he couldn't go very well Friday night. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, he just has that nagging ankle injury, and it's something that he's trying to work through, and we're trying to get him, we're trying to work him through it, but it's just something that is going to take some time to
I'm told that's
heal.
one of the worst injuries to heal that there is.
Yeah, it is, and it's just, you don't really realize how much, you use it every step you take, obviously, so, any little thing could tweak it and kind of set you back a couple days, and, tried to make some stuff work, and we used him in minimal spots. Had a couple good runs, even on a bum wheel. It's one of those injuries that we've got to really take care of. He's really got to take care of it, and we've got to do a lot to nurture it back.
You had a young man who stepped in and played admirably, though at running back. I know you're proud of him.
Yeah. Ray played great for us, and it was the type of play that I'd been waiting to see from him. And I told him that leading up to the game is that, this is your time to do what you're capable of doing, what I know that you're capable of doing. So he had some good runs, and I think that, again, as he's able to get more game reps and start seeing things better and start seeing how the holes develop and how where he should run and hitting certain spots and stuff like that, I think he'll only get better.
You opened the game early in the first quarter with a long drive, and that was good to see.
Yeah, we were able to have a long drive, and establishing those drives is key for us. You know, again, we talk about depth and where we have to get better for long run situations and big picture situations is obviously our depth. And we have about 4 guys that we really need to, like I've told them, like, we've got to have you step up. Like there's a couple guys that we're going to throw in the mix tomorrow night, whether it's a close game or a blowout either way or whatever, because we've got to see what they can do. We've got to put them in the fire a little bit and get them some reps, because if we can get those guys in and spell somebody, that'll keep us fresh, you know. And we even have, it's like special teams. There's guys that have got to step up on special teams that we've got to have in order for us to have a successful season.
You mentioned early on in the interview about big plays, and B.B. Comer had some big plays offensively last week against Childersburg.
Yeah, we had some big plays. You know, Devin and Richard Weed hooked up a couple times. We actually missed a third one that I thought was a catchable ball that we just missed. So they hooked up a couple times and made some big plays. Anytime Richard can get the ball in his hands, he's pretty elusive. So and he runs good routes for us. He's very slick.
He's not a big guy.
No, he's pound for pound, he's the toughest kid we have.
Wow.
Like he's definitely the toughest kid we have. I remember a couple years ago, he, as a very 8th grader, 9th grader, I can't remember, 8th grader, I think, we're down playing Lynette, and he goes after their biggest kid. You know, he tries to go and tackle him, and it didn't work out well for him, but he got right back up. So he's a tough kid and plays well for us. I thought Devin did a good job with his legs and with his arm again, making plays. And again, you talk about the big picture and the success of our team. It's going to depend on Devin's development as we go week in and week out.
You were up handily, and Tilly with a long touchdown run, and those things happen. Tilly's an outstanding running back.
Yeah, Tilly does a good job with that, and he's really developed into a good back. And one thing I saw that in his growth is the maturation of, hey, you know, bad plays are going to happen. Whereas in the past, a bad play or a negative play, he'd get very frustrated about. And I thought he did a good job with his composure and things like that. And I think we talked about it, his brother played for me.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like his brother running the ball. So. And he had that long run. We were subbing some kids in and out then too, and
you got to play a lot of younger kids in the fourth quarter, especially.
Yeah. That's always been something that's been important to me, is playing those young guys and getting them some reps in a game on Friday night. You know, we have a JV schedule, and a lot of those guys will get to play on Tuesdays, but playing on Friday night, playing under the lights, playing in a varsity game. I remember, man, we won't even talk about how many years ago, but I remember being able to do that as a freshman. I remember, the coach saying, hey, you're going to dress with us. And the next thing I know, I'm in a game, and I'm like, well, what do I do? Yeah, what do I do, you know? So I think it's important to do that. And it's also a reward for some of those kids that have been there all summer. Mm-hmm. You know, we dressed a couple of 8th graders for road games. Last week we dressed a majority of our 8th graders, and I explained to them, you may not play a snap, but you're there. You get to experience it. You get to like this is what you should want in the next few years, is to be a part of that and to be on the field and get plays. So and to me that's about that's how you continue to build a program as well.
Yeah. B.B. Comer 1-1 on the young season, and traveled to Woodland tonight. And Woodland, you were telling me, made the playoffs last year. Their record wasn't impressive, but they made the playoffs.
Yeah, last year they finished the season 3-7. Finished the regular season 3-7. They make the playoffs, and they go to the third round. And they finished 5-8 on the season. So they are a gritty little program. They have a new head coach. and they've moved up to 2A. So they're kind of going through those changes and figuring that stuff out. But they've got a few athletes over there. They got some guys that'll scare you. Quarterback and running back are solid for them. They're really, really good. Quarterback runs the RPO, the run pass option, really well. Defensively, we've got to make sure that we're not caught in the backfield looking at him, or they're going to burn us. They'll get behind us, and then we'll be in trouble.
Puts pressure on your defense.
Yeah, it does. It puts pressure on our defense. Our defensive front's going to have to do a good job controlling gaps. Linebackers are going to have to do a good job because, they're not going to have support from those DBs because our backs have got to be aware of the pass. They've got to be aware of those receivers that are there. So. All
right, let's talk a little volleyball this morning. How's your volleyball team? You coach that too?
No, I don't coach any volleyball. So. Coach Etheridge and Coach Carley are doing a good job with that. And,
what do you coach? Track? Track?
Track, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Track, just track right now, and help out any other. I do the paperwork for all the other sports. So, but they're doing a good job with that. And went on the road a couple nights ago. Went to Isabella for an area game and didn't do so well. So we're 1-1 in the area right now. We've had. I think we've had one home match and played Coosa Central and played well and won it, and that put us at 1-0 in the area. So doing good. We've been very fortunate facilities-wise. We had our gym updated, had a new surface. They came in and sanded down the floor and put in, refinished the floor, redid the artwork and things like that. Put in some new standards for volleyball, so now we can run 2 courts at one time, which is really good for us to have that option. So there's a lot of good things going on for our females in the fall, and looking forward to getting into basketball season when that time comes, so that more people can come and see the gym and see the updates.
All right, Coach, thanks for being with us this morning, and good luck against Woodland. I think it's Bobcats. And that's on the road down, and there's no easy way to get to Woodland, Alabama.
No easy way. A lot of 2-lane roads.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Coach Adam Fossett, the head football coach and athletic director for the BB Comer Tigers, 1-1 on the year as they travel to Woodland on tomorrow night. More Daybreak coming up right after this.